Zombie Punk presents a Purple Pudding Press production. Door to Death, Issue 5. Written and illustrated by Lee Davis. Blah blah blah. Winston is a washed-up child star of the 80s on a spiritual journey following a suicide attempt cut short by an otherworldly being. Guided to the East Coast, he meets Todd, a disillusioned chemist and family man who has lost his job and dignity, and happens to be a longtime fan of the horror film Winston long ago starred in. Three kindly entrepreneurs are opening a sushi restaurant to break away from the family business usurped by their crooked cousin. They reach out to the wayward men. Meanwhile, the fabric of reality is unraveling, and horrible, grotesque things from another world are bleeding into the little beach town. Ugh! Help! Something bad's happening! What should I do? I did it! Wait. Nick! Oh no. Oh man. I killed Nick. I killed my best friend. Mister, I don't understand you. That is clearly not your friend. It seems more like the evil force infesting here is changing the world around us, including dead flesh. It's molding them like clay. What are you doing here, Erica? Were you looking for people to get fired? We've got more important things. Patty, Jenny, I'm sorry. Your father, forget it. It's like you said, it's not him anymore. Even if it was, we didn't really like him. Yeah, I'm actually kind of relieved that he's dead. Look! Look what's happening! It looks like a passage. Do you think it's for us? Do we enter? Yes, I think we have to. Bernie, right? Mossy Rock? Man, Mossy Rock was right next to the last town Orange Man sent me to. Weird, buddy, but no coincidence, you can bet. Not as weird as the walls turn into meat. So hey guys, this portal just opened up. Do you think we should, head on in? Yep. Let's get on with it. If this is my destiny, might as well. But if I'm gonna die, I'm not going out before I punch that witch Julie in the jawbone. Winston Forge. Dude, you were the kid in Door to Death. Yeah, that was me. Under different circumstances, I might think this was an amazing coincidence. Door to Death was life-changing to me when I was a kid. It was the only horror movie my parents would let me watch because it wasn't R. It's actually what made me want to become a horror and fantasy author. And my success in writing is what brought me to Mossy Rock, where my family's from. Thanks, Bern. And my family was from that area. And now our bloodlines have led us all here, to this point. Nothing left to do but answer fate's call. Just remember, the light's in us, and it's toxic in this place. That's why they want us dead. It's what they fear the most, so take heart in that if you start to doubt. Just as I suspected, a new soul mass has formed to oversee the hive. The last soul mass was burned and scattered, unable to be reassembled. But look at how strong and healthy this one is. Vital with consumed hate, lust, blood, and terror. When the hive is healthy enough, it will birth its new spawn, and perhaps by that time the cracks of reality will be opened wide enough for it to enter the sunlit world, to rest beneath the waters, until darkness blots out the sun, and we all are released. See, the artifact from the light, what nearly destroyed the hive. The wizard told it shielded from the hive, but still must find a way to purge its threat from our midst. The Orange Man. and a new friend. Yes, he has orchestrated all of this to assist our invasion, manipulating our enemies. Wait, he shows me something. This vision. Eric, the boy who wielded the artifact, who burned us. He is making his way to the heart of the hive. Perhaps the fool thinks he can hurt us again. In fact, I think his true destiny is to be the first mortal meal to the hive's new child. Can you feel it? Beneath your feet? It's almost ready to hatch. Well, that monster was easy enough to kill. It was trying to eat us, but could barely even move.
Star Whisper!
Did it just say Star Whisper? Like that stupid anime all the dumb white girls like? Oops. Sorry, Erica.
Damn, Gooks, you killed my wound. Now what am I gonna penetrate?
I told you these tongs would make a good weapon. Ugh. These monsters get worse each time.
Y'all, look.
Another portal. Let's go. Oh my. Where are we? I feel we'll soon find out why. What? Is that? It's Cindy, standing with those monsters. Welcome, humans. You stepped through the door to death.
Yes. Welcome, stupid chickens.
Chunky one, hear me. I sense your deceit. You will be spared if you kill one of them. Yes, make a blood offering, and you may join us and survive. Taste this power. I'm not surprised to see you with those creatures, Cindy. I always knew you weren't human. You're a reptile. Ah! What? Ah, yes. Our final visitors arrive. Of course. We must hide. Take them by surprise. Wow, those last monsters were like big rotten watermelons. Yeah, and they got their melon juice in my mouth. This is the place. We're at the center of the hive. Stay sharp. The artifact. They have it suspended. And a new soul mass? Orange Man? Todd, isn't that Sally and Patty? That thing is coming at them. You two, go help your friends. I need to find a way to get to that artifact. If I can get it, we can end this now. Be careful. Ah! Stupid monster! Good one, dude. Guys, behind you! My tongs! How in the world am I gonna get to it all the way up there? Hello, Eric. Even if you could get to the artifact, the energy sealing it would burn you to a cinder, like you burned us. Thank you for delivering him to me. I will handle him now. Jared. It's here. Now witness the ultimate purpose of the hive. All of the absorbed blood, hate, nightmares, soaking the egg to give life to the new serpent. We'll open the gate soon, transport the hive to your world, implant this beauty beneath the water, where it will await the right time to emerge. But before that, you and your friends have been led here, no doubt questing to stop us, when in fact your only purpose is to be the serpent's first meal. Bernie Franklin, disgraced dentist, and Gerald Muro, hack writer. I'm glad you can make it. I wanted to introduce you to my new friends. I'd say you're right at home in the slime pit like this, Julie. You think I'm scared? I'm about to make your face a match for your new pals. I've consumed the flesh of this world, and now you'll witness the hiya, Jules. Sorry I killed your monster friend. That's it. You've had it, you trifling biatch. Ah! Hubba hubba! Cool! That's right. Your whole reason for coming here was to be food. How does that feel? Yes, I see. The Orange Man. He and his friend can traverse dimensions. You've come to take the artifact far from here. Yes, be rid of that horrid thing.
So beautiful. Come inside and join our club.
Time's up, kid. The serpent is hungry, and I'm tired of looking at your face.
Well. Look at what I find. Looking nice and sharp. I've dreamed of this moment for years, cousin. Choppy time.
I was going to try and stop her. It's done. We have to get out. Now. Thank you, Jared. See you later, Eric. I thought you were on our side. Falling from this distance, the ocean will kill us! Just before we hit the water, did you feel that? Like the air became giant hands, slowing me. Nothing's happening. That artifact is like a key that opens the door to heaven. It's supposed to summon... Oh, there it is. That's it, buddies. Over and done. For now, I guess. I call first dibs on the outside shower. 2 weeks later. Winston, man, your script is great. We're scrapping the original for this. You're a screenwriter. Thanks. But I didn't want to step on toes. That was your script. Forget about that. My dad and I both agreed this was the right way to go. I mean, this is a story, not just a string of gimmicks. It also requires less budget for effects. Total win. This is ambitious. I'm thrilled to work with you. Yo, I gotta go. Talk soon. Yeah, talk soon. I hope you don't leave us. The restaurant needs you.
Damn it! It's like the 5th time I've been stung by a damn jellyfish. I'm done. Why did jellyfish even exist? Can't we use some artifact to banish them?
I think we have bigger things than jellyfish to worry about. Eric's coming out after his shift at Seagull's Rest. He can tell you more, but he was talking about how the blue bee crushed the hive. He says last time the hive was sent back to its dark dimension, but this time its remains were dropped here on Earth. He thinks it's so the wizards can't revitalize it, but he's worried that the remains could still harness some, potent energy.
Hey, what are you nincompoops doing on this sweaty beach? Do we seriously have to be neighbors with you here? How did you even survive all that?
A woman has her secrets. But hey, why so bitter? You won. You can't really tell the authorities I was in league with usurpers from another dimension. I don't think the otherworldly flesh I consumed is even in me anymore. It's over. So why don't you boys just go take another dip in the ocean?
Enjoy the smelly beach, fart sniffers.
That honky bitch is going down. Oh, sorry guys.
Nah, no worries. Let's get drunk.
The next day. Okay, team. Our opening day was a hit. And with my cousin and father dead and out of the way, we can't lose. Put your smiley faces on.
Hey, where'd that fog come from?
My wife keeps asking what's up with me. Dude, I can't get over what we experienced. It's like I'm happier with life than ever, but at the same time, I'm coexisting with this fear. You may be able to show her what's going on when the time's right. I want to believe that stuff is all dead, but I know it isn't. My purpose... Whoa! What's up with the fog?
Oh, snap! The goofy chink!
Excuse me?
Not you. Look!
We know you are not Japanese, huh?
Does you want more Door to Death? Patreon.com/Lee Davis. Door to Death continues online in irregular installments. Find this and other radical Lee Davis humor and horror comics, videos, original art, reviews of horrific splattery things and media that Lee loves, occasional singles of original cheesy death metal Lee records for kicks, fiction, audio, blah blah, narrated comics, all this ridiculous goofy stuff that Leroy pukes out of his brain hole and onto the page/song/camera. Ridiculously cheap, like $1 a month, I mean. Perks for higher rollers. Don't forget these other sites, www.leedavisbooksandart.weebly.com and facebook.com/door2death. About this friggin' guy. Lee Davis was born in Virginia. He's proud to be an American. He is spastic and has anxiety issues, but uses these quirks for the powers of good. It is possible. He drinks coffee, so he has to use the restroom a lot. Don't laugh. He loves the beach and has watched the entire series of Magnum P.I., best show in existence. He has the same birth date as Sylvester Stallone. The Rocky to Sun speech is one of the most inspirational moments in cinema history in Lee's opinion. Some gossipy yuppies look at Lee with disdain and ignore him like he's a reject before they talk endlessly about lawn care and stoke their egos over petty, materialistic nonsense. Odd. Lee loves his friends and family. See more of Lee's work at www.leedavisbooksandart.weebly.com. This past month has been crazy. My obsession to wrap this first collection of Door to Death, scrambling to squeeze in as much creating as I can as soon as my daughter has gone to sleep, the consequent sleep deprivation. Having this completed is a fantastic release, just in time for the warm weather. You may have noticed this issue ran 32 pages opposed to the standard 22. As this completes the first full story, which could be the equivalent of a first feature-length movie, I was tasked with tying up the loose ends, and there was just too much going on to wrap in the standard length. This happens when I write a novel, and a goal word count of 80,000 becomes 1,000. This is the stretch where I'm overwhelmed with excitement, but the task of wrapping makes my head spin, cranks the gears in my brain until I'm mentally exhausted. It may not seem like much, but balancing several branches of a story and bouncing from one to the other is as tiring as it is rewarding. Looking back, I remember starting this title, not really knowing what it would be, but knowing I wanted monsters and zombies and the beach. It fit into place that it tied in with the novels and movies I've made. Laura, my great friend and producer of the Old Mossy Rock indie film, and I had talked at length of making a promotional comic to go along with the films and serve as a cool side story. I didn't know when I began Door to Death, but the series has served that purpose. I couldn't be happier. Also, when my protagonist appeared, I didn't at the time know he would end up being the same man from the Charlotte comic, which explains why he looks a little different. I guess he's been taking better care of himself. In both cases, I was inspired by Rupert Everett's look, but plainer and rougher. I confess that when I'm starting a comic after a period of not illustrating, I'm not really on point with my illustration style for characters. And a small part of me regrets that the illustration quality wasn't quite there in the earlier issues, but at the same time I kept this project at a pace that kept it mostly a pleasurable experience, something true and on the spot, where my head was at the time, and with no pressure to worry over excessive detail, so it's all good. As it goes, however, the longer I worked, the more alive it became to me, and the deeper I fell into the universe embodied in the pages. All this isn't to sound as though I've accomplished some outstanding feat through this work, but it's sincerely what the experience was like to me. I've spoken about how the story, at some point, gains its own life, takes control, and you just let it work itself out, borrowing your hands to put it all down. You're still operating the machinery, so it wears you out, but wow, I recall the point somewhere around issue 3 when the climactic scenarios just burst into my head, as if sent to me, and I was thrilled and desperate to catch the story up to that conclusion. Incredible experience. Which leads me to some details that you may be wondering about. You might be asking yourself, why was all the trouble spent in getting Winston on the scene when in the end he wasn't the one to give the death blows to some of those mammoth monsters? Well, the clearest answer I have is that the story is clearly not done, and his role in all of it is far from over. Besides that, you might consider how in life all of these little things can come together to enable victory. Had he not been there, he would not have led Todd to Corrales Coast, who in turn gave the death blow, so to speak, to Cindy. Ginny may not have gotten out of the Hive's pit without that extra hand. These are things to consider in the chain of events. It's all kind of cool to think about, how in a way it translates to real life. You saw the ad for my Patreon page. Indeed, with this huge project done, I'm elated to be at a point where this can become a creative agenda, to do some pages here and some pages there, to be released along with my other artistic offerings. These issues have laid the groundwork, and the story can be built up in casual, cool, gory installments. Yes. I'd like to continue other comic titles of mine like Cranberry Death Sauce, Gross, and some experimental horror titles. I'll also be putting up whatever music, film, or fiction works I create, and I'm looking forward to finally getting some of my audiobooks out there. Thank you all for checking this out. Much love and stay tuned. Lee Davis, May 5th, 2017, 3:17 p.m.
Yeah.